Hi, welcome back to the channel. So, it's a rainy day outside, so I thought it'd be a good time to do a video on how my cat's doing these days, because it's about 3 weeks and a bit in to van life for both of us, and some people have asked on how my cat is progressing. And yeah, I thought this was a good idea because it's a bit dreary outside, you know, typical Scottish weather. So I thought I'd give you a little glimpse into how she's doing. So backstory: she's an elderly cat. She's 15, and I've had her since she was a kitten. So she's been with me for all that time. We've always lived in houses uh, during that time, and she's always been an indoor cat. So it's it was a bit of an adjustment for both of us. It still is a little bit for me, but I got used to it. But for Willow, she had a bit of a time in the first 3 days. And after 3 days, she started to come out of a hidey hole and started exploring the van a little bit more. So by day 4 or 5, she was getting very comfortable with it. And in the week after, she started to make places her own. You know, she was sleeping on the bed while we were driving instead of hiding behind the fridge like she did in the first 3 or 4 days. And even now, when we're driving, she just sleeps on the bed or on the little seat when we're on way. Sometimes when I stop at a stopping light, she pokes her head through the bulkhead door and gives me a meow that she's still there, and when I'm gonna, give her food, stuff like that. Because I don't think she likes the drives. I think she just puts up with it. She's a quirky little thing like that. But she no longer thinks we're going to the vets, so that's good. Cats always think you're taking them to the vet when they're in a car, because that's what they associate it with, because they always end up there. But this time she kind of figured, oh, okay, this is good, this is safe. I've got all my stuff here, and yeah, it's gonna be my new home. So I think she is comfortably okay with it, and she uses my driver's seat as her sun lounger and lookout spot because she's got windows all around, and it's just interesting seeing stuff walk past and go by, birds and cars and people walking past. She's still afraid to sit in the passenger seat and ride shotgun with me when we're on way, but hopefully that'll come at some point. Last weekend she managed to escape, a little Houdini. I uh, I was cleaning my van, and I have a sliding door in the bulkhead, and she so was in the cab. So I thought, you know what, I'll slide that door. She'll be safe. I didn't need to be there. And I started doing my thing, sweeping up and everything. Mind you, this is not a van tour. The van still looks like a tip. So pretend you didn't see it, because I'm gonna do a proper van tour video after this one, so you can see where everything is. So pretend you didn't see any mess. Anyway, she was in the cab. I put the sliding door closed. I thought, all good, do my thing, and I was done. Went into the van, opened the sliding door in the bulkhead. No cat. I thought, that's strange. She should be in here. So I turned the whole cab upside down, looked under the seats, under the dash, and like I said, she couldn't be anywhere. You know, she can't crawl to the over cab storage. What the hell's going on? So I thought, well, maybe while I was doing the sliding door, because it goes a bit, you know, heavy sometimes, she snuck out without me seeing it and went to the back of the van. So I look in the back of the van, tore the whole place up, every nook and cranny, no cat. I thought, whoa, that can't be right. I didn't just lose my cat, did I? Luckily, it was on a campsite I've been previously. So I had the whole campsite out looking for her. Like, yeah, she looks like this, you know, let's go call her on and blah, blah, blah. And nobody'd seen her yet. And this went on for like 2 hours. But when I started calling for her in the beginning, I called out the side door, which was open, and I heard this solemn meow. And I thought, she's got to be near, but I don't know where. And she wasn't coming out when I called her. Put a food bowl out, put a food bowl in the van itself, and I think, you know, the smell will attract her. She'll come out. No, this went on for 2 hours, and then I was talking to my neighbor, and meanwhile I'd looked everywhere around my van, and I was talking to my neighbor who lives in the caravan that's beside me, and I said, lost my cat, and neighbor was like, she looked under the caravan like that, and she like, is that her? And right near the wheel, under the wheel arch of the caravan, in the darkest spot imaginable, obviously, I saw 2 glowing eyes staring back at me with an orange collar, and it's like, yep, that's her. So I stuck a bowl of food behind the wheel under her nose, and she come crawling out. And then I grabbed her, stuck her back in the van. So what happened was, my silly fault, really. Near the sliding door, the side door of the van, where the bulkhead meets the cab, there's a little gap, and it's about that big. And I sometimes forget that with cats, when the head fits, the rest can fit as well. So there was some stuff stacked behind the passenger seat, and she just pushed it aside and snuck out. So yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. But meanwhile, I air tagged her so I can find her anywhere if she decides to run. I always also have one of those retractable dog lead things, but I didn't use that because I thought she was safe in the cab, you know, she wasn't able to get out. But yeah, how wrong I was. So yeah, she's always been a bit of a terror, mischievous little thing. Even in her old age, she's still not letting up, so that's a good sign that she's probably going to be with me for a good number of years still. But yeah, so that was that story. So it's been an experience. But let me show you around and where she you know, has her food, has her favorite places, and just in general see if I can get her to make an appearance. So let me turn the camera around and I'll take you around. Right. So let's see. So this is her food bowls. The red one is for dinner and snacks, and then she has her dry food and her water bowl for on the road. They're permanently there. They're humongous, but oh well. It's I brought it from home, and I'll get to change those ones over later. So if you look over there in the corner near the side door, that's her scratching post, and she uses that as a hidey hole as well sometimes. And then moving on here, that's my bed. Correction, that's her bed. She loves to lounge on that when I'm at work or anywhere else. Sometimes she sits here in the little seat. There's a nice wool blanket there. She's nice and warm, and she's under the roof hatch then, so she can look out and get some wind as well. And then, oh, almost forgot the most important bit. Do you see that box under there, under the wooden box? That's her litter box. Now, her litter box is just a heavy duty storage box I bought from just the store, and I cut a hole in it and filled it with litter. She's absolutely loving that one because she used to have one like it when we were living in the house with her brother and sister cats, who are sadly not with us anymore. But that box was too big, so I got rid of that and I bought her a new nice fresh one just for her. So there we go. Right, so this is the pass through to the cab, and if I'm not mistaken, there she is. Hello, Willow. No meow today? No? Yeah. So this is Willow. Yeah, you're cute. Anyway, so I'm just showing the people how you live. So this is her lounge chair for the daytime. A nice little sheepskin rug on the seat, and that's where she spends most of her days if she's not climbing around everything. So yeah, that's pretty much the cat setup. And yeah, that's all I've got for you at the moment. So it's that's it. Yeah, I got nothing more to add. If you have any questions, if you have any other tips and tricks that you do with your own cat or animals that you're traveling with, then let me know. I might learn something new. If you have an elderly cat, don't be afraid to take her. I was hesitant at first because of her age, and taking her away from the home she always knew, but it was worth it. Cats adapt very much quicker than you'd expect, and she's absolutely loving it now. She comes to sit with me, and when we go to bed, she's always near my feet, curled up. It's really nice to have your animal with you, and especially when you've had them for so long. So don't be afraid to try it out. Like I said, get air tags and get a nice harness that's comfortable for them, and let them just roam around. Let them make the van their own, and pretty soon they'll settle and be comfortable. So yeah, that's the takeaway for this video. In the next one, I'm gonna try and give you a van tour if I ever manage to clean it up, and if the weather allows, I can show you the outside and the garage area, etc. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.